Hello everyone, how are you doing? This is C.J Atemo and welcome to Wisdom Moments on K24. The whole of this week we've been coming to you from 67 Airport Hotel, that is along Mombasa Road in the Syokimau area, 6 kilometers and 7 minutes from the airport. That's 67 Airport Hotel. It's a place with good cuisine and affordable accommodation. You would find conferencing facilities, the pool side. You'll find a lot that is going on over here. So you can come for team building activities. You can bring in your family. You can come and hang out here. And if you're coming into the city of Nairobi from wherever you are across the globe or even locally, you're coming into the city and you want somewhere that you can easily, quickly access from the airport and back to the airport, well, you need to consider this place. It's very quiet and serene as well. We've been talking about the tenets of rebuilding. And if you followed through, hoping that you are also on YouTube everywhere following what we are doing, but if you followed, then you would see that the first day we used the tenet vision. And then the second tenet was action. The third tenet was passion. Then we did talk about organization and utilization. And just to do a recap on that, I thought that I needed to just get you to, remember what we talked about in utilization especially. And the dictionary meaning of the utilization is making practical and effective use of something. Making practical and effective use of something. So it is important for you, even as you have vision and you put in an action plan and you bring in your whole energy in passion, that you also have organization. That's leadership, that's management, that's strategy, that's structure, that's skill. That is you just getting to know systems. How do you go about the things that you do? Putting things in place so that you can become better. And that is where now the utilization comes in, because sometimes we have so much resource which we have not put to effective use. And I did say that some of us, just put aside things. We use 30% of what we have and put them aside and hope to get something else or something better or getting more, but we have not really gone all the way to utilize what we have. How well are you utilizing your time, your resources, your contacts, your networks, the knowledge that you have, the experience that you have, or do you just dig on the surface and lay things aside? So it's important for you, ladies and gentlemen, to understand the tenet of utilization, that you put in the most you draw out the most out of the least. Use whatever you have to the utmost so that you never look back and say, I wish in that season I did more. Even with issues like time, ladies and gentlemen, we have had, like last year, there was so much time in people's hands when there was the lockdown last year, and some people chose to do other things. Some people just chose to sit back and relax and wait for the days when everything goes back to normal. See, how well do you make use of the resources in your hand? Last tenet that I want to give, and that's the last tenet for this week and for right now, then I will pull out the acronym of it. The last tenet is rationalization. Rationalization is the last tenet. And again, I had to go back to the dictionary. The British meaning of it is the action of making a company, process, or industry more efficient, especially by dispensing with superfluous personnel or equipment. It means making things efficient by doing away with what is extra, by doing away with the dead weight, doing away with what you don't need. So it is laying aside the weight. Rationalization is actually laying aside the weight. Well, sometimes you'll realize you have more employees than you need. Sometimes you realize that you have more equipment than you need. Oh, so you decide we're going to sell part of the equipment that we have, do away with it, and then put in more energy in what we really need to do. Sometimes you realize that you are involved in more activities than you're required to. and it's not working for you. Sometimes it's, you have several centers of business or something, and none of them is adding value to the place that you want to go. So you can decide that we're going to let go of shop A or shop B or place B or center this or certain activities, departments and all of that. Then just try to merge in the people and focus on what you believe is your core operation for now. In rebuilding, ladies and gentlemen, you have to embrace rationalization. You sometimes may have one person who can do 3 jobs. They can juggle within those 3. And you have 3 people who each can do 1 job. So if you don't have resources, and that is where now the element of utilization also comes in, because the utilization may lead to rationalization. If, for example, we are paying 3 people, each one of them can only do 1 task. And then we have 1 person who can do all the 3 tasks together. The question is, are we utilizing the person who can actually do the 3 tasks together without feeling overwhelmed? Are we utilizing them by only giving them 1 task to do? Then rationalization will be, is it even rational? Is it even prudent to pay 3 people when 1 person can do all of those and they're being underutilized? So that's when you rationalize by letting go of the other people. Those are decisions that require a sense of leadership and direction, a sense of vision. And it could come down even to the place of where you live. I mean, rationalization could mean that you don't probably need 3 bedrooms. You probably just are using 2. And so you cut down because, again, utilization. How well are you utilizing the space that you have? If you don't need that space, then you may need to cut it down, and then the extra money would go into something else. It's important for you, while you are rebuilding, both to consider the utilization and the rationalization, so that you are becoming more efficient, you are more effective, you are more focused on what you need to have, and even the people that you are managing, leading, working with become a lean team, and that team does more. There is this general thinking that when there are too many people involved in something, each one of them gives you less of themselves, because in their psyche there are a lot of people to work. But when you've got less people, they know it depends on them. And you see people stepping up because they know if they don't do anything, nobody will do that thing. So it will not get to be done. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? We have run through a whole week and been bringing you the tenets of rebuilding. The first one being vision, the second being action, the third one being passion, the fourth one organization, the fifth one being utilization, and the last one that I've just shared with you is rationalization. All of them come and form the acronym VAPOR. So if you would forget quickly what I've talked about, you can easily put down the acronym VAPOR. V for vision, A for action, P for passion, O for organization, U for utilization, and then R for rationalization. So you begin with a vision. Be clear about where you want to go, what you want to do, whom you're trying to become. Number 2, put some action to it. Don't just sit and have this great vision. No, put some action to it. Do something. Start from somewhere. Number 3, make sure that everything within you is in what you do. That's what we call passion. Let it be contagious. Number 4, organization. Don't just do things haphazardly. Have some structure, systems, understand what your strategy is as well. Then we talked about utilization. Make sure that everything you have, you're using it to the best and to the most. Then lastly, rationalization. Sometimes you will need to cut off some weight so that you can become lean and efficient. Well, I hope that it's been good for you and that you have received insight on Wisdom Moments on K24 with me, C.J Atemo. Till the next time, keep it right here. Have a lovely day.